Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing okay. You're doing all right. I heard that the traffic in Lagos now, it's something else. I don't want to use bad word, but it's something else. And they are blaming everything on the people that are just coming in from outside the country to Nigeria. How true is that? Do you believe it? Do you believe it's the people that just landed in Nigeria that are causing the hold up? Is the hold up only around the Ikeja airport? What are you guys talking about? Lagos has always been known as the house of hold up and traffic. And it's natural that it gets worse during the festive period because a lot of people will move around to go meet their families and all of that. So, well, whatever it is, you people should stay at home. Stay at home and enjoy Christmas with your family. Stop moving around so that traffic can go down. So that's on a lighter note. How are you doing? How are you preparing for the new year? How is the preparation on your side? Have you written your goals, or are you team when January 1 comes, I'm going to start, or have you started, or what's your preparation like on your side? Let me know. Okay, I would like to know. I love to know, so let me know. Okay, so that's part of what I want to discuss with you. But the major thing I want to discuss with you today is around blood glucose, blood sugar, type 2 diabetes, and all of that. Yeah, we know that whatever happens to naturally, and I'm talking naturally now, without any other factors considered, okay? So whatever happens to us as human beings, 90% of what happens to our body is caused by our nutrition. Yes. 90% of what happens to this body is caused by what we put in, what we drink, what we eat, anything that we put into our mouth. Yeah, you understand? So have you ever imagined why there's no processed food in the Garden of Eden? Garden of Eden. Everything that were there were just naturally produced. I don't know whether Adam and Eve were processing their foods or whatever. I don't know whether they had access to cookers and machines that can process foods and all of that. But I think the more we move closer to nature in what we eat, the better our health will turn out to be. And there are so many scientific research to prove this. You understand? So, for example, somebody that is struggling with high blood sugar, what does that even mean? What does it mean to have high blood sugar in the blood? So there is, when we eat, our food gets into our mouth and digestion starts from the mouth. Digestion actually starts from the mouth through the enzyme on the saliva that breaks down the food. I'm not going to bore you with the details of that. But when the food gets into our stomach, especially the carbs, which are also called carbohydrates, when they get into our stomach, the body breaks them down. The body breaks down the carbohydrate that we've eaten into two major components. We have the fructose and we have the glucose. The fructose does not have any negative effect on the body because it's mostly natural sugar. But where we have problem is the glucose. And that is what we call the sugar in the food that we are eating. Do you get? So that glucose gets released into our bloodstream and it stays there. If that, for example, if a person is healthy and there is no underlying ailment in between and the person is healthy, there is an organ in the body called pancreas that produces insulin. So pancreas will get signal from the brain. Oh, this person has eaten this food. We need to produce insulin to break down the sugars. And then insulin will get produced. Insulin is an enzyme. It's an enzyme that allows glucose to enter into body cells. Are you following me? So when we eat, all the carbohydrates that we put into our mouths, they get digested into glucose, and then insulin is produced. Insulin will travel into our bloodstream, knock on the cells. Hello there, how are you? We have glucose in the bloodstream, and we need you to absorb it. And then if the person is healthy, there's no underlying ailment, the person cells will respond to the prompt of insulin. Are you getting it? And then the cells will absorb the the glucose that are in the cells. And after some time, after you've eaten, the cells will absorb all the glucose in the body, and then energy will be produced, and then the glucose level will come down, the person will be okay, the person will be normal, and life moves on. But as time goes on, maybe through excess consumption of carbohydrates and sugars, maybe through ill health, maybe through aging, because as we grow older, our body also starts aging. All the organs in our body start aging. And that's why it is important, especially if you are young, that to feed your body with nutritious food. It is highly important, because in the background, all this war is going on. As you consume loads of carbohydrates, you consume loads of sugar, you eat all of these things, and then the system is trying to keep up. The body system, the pancreas, all our organs are trying to keep up, to break down these things we are eating and then make energy available for us. But as time goes on, the cells are going to start developing resistance and say, insulin, I heard you, you're knocking, but at this time I am full. I can no longer take more glucose into me. So take your glucose elsewhere. You understand? And imagine if our body now, if all the cells in our bodies now reject the glucose that insulin is prompting them to absorb into the system, what happens? That's when we have elevated amount of glucose in the system. And that is what leads to type 2 diabetes. Did you follow my story up to this point? Do you understand how the body responds to the production of insulin? How insulin goes about as an errand boy, telling the cells that, oh, we've got some glucose in the bloodstream, we need to absorb it. We cannot leave it in the bloodstream. And then the cells will obey, they will take in the glucose. And then the glucose in the bloodstream goes down. And then it becomes normal for a healthy person that has not developed type 2 diabetes. You understand? And then that process goes on. And then a point will come when, even though pancreas produces insulin, and insulin goes around the body knocking on the doors of the cells and say, okay, now we have glucose in the body, you need to open up your doors and accept them, absorb them, let's make more energy available for this individual. And the cells are going to say, sorry, I can't do it anymore. And when the cell says that, the pancreas will produce more insulin, and then the activities of insulin will increase in the body, forcing the cells to open up their doors to absorb this glucose that we are feeding our bodies with. Do you understand? So at that point, that person will be at a pre-diabetic stage. The level is not normal, but it's still at not the range where they can say, okay, diagnose the person as diabetic. Do you understand? So as time goes on, if care is not taken, if the person that has been said, oh, you are a pre-diabetic, you need to watch what you are eating, if there is no change in lifestyle, then insulin will no longer be effective in making the cells to absorb the glucose in our bodies, in the bloodstream rather. Insulin will no longer be effective in asking the cells to open up and absorb the sugar level in the blood. And at that point, the sugar level in the blood will start skyrocketing. They will start getting more and more. And when you eat 2 slices of toast or a piece of potato or 2 slices of yam, you see that, oh, your blood sugar is on the high level. So that's how nutrition comes in. Do you understand? I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm going to stop now. And then in the next video, I'm going to tell you the effect of insulin and how we can use food, healthy food, power-packed foods to help us maintain a better or a normal blood sugar, so that even if you are pre-diabetic or you are already diagnosed as having a type 2 diabetes, you can tell the body, re-engineer your body through nutrition and reverse that process so that you can maintain a healthy blood sugar. Okay? And if you have watched up to this point, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening. I know that you spent your data, you spent your time. Thank you so much. I really say thank you. But why don't you subscribe to this channel? That's the only way we can grow this channel together. That's the only way other people can get to know about all these amazing stuffs that we are talking about our nutrition and our health. So I will implore you, please like the video, subscribe, and then share. You can share to your groups if it's not going to constitute nuisance. You can share, even you can reshare on your social media channels. You understand? So that we can reach more people. It is better to use food as medicine rather than use medicine as food, because believe me, a time will come when you will get tired of those tablets. A time will come when the body will not be so sensitive, and then you will need to increase the dosage. You need to increase the dosage. I'm sure you don't want that. Nobody wants to live on medication for the rest of his or her life. So I'm imploring you, please subscribe to this channel and let's spread the good news, okay? Until I come your way some other time, where I'm going to explain how we can use food to maintain a good or normal blood sugar. Stay tuned and be good. I know we are in the festive season and a lot of goodies are going around. Yes, I get that. But with that, make sure you are drinking water and you are respecting your body enough to put nutritional food into your body. Okay? Don't go all out saying, oh, calories don't count during Christmas. I don't think that is true. I don't think that's true. And I don't think it's right. Every day of our lives, calories count. And yes, you can use food to reverse some of these ailments that we are taking medications for. Yes, it is possible. So till I come your way some other time, I'm Temi and I'm your public health advocate. I'll see you some other time. Love you. Bye.